in today's video, we're going to explain you a rare story. What a story? Well, this story is called Dead Before Dying. Yeah, but I'm not going to do it alone. No. I will do it with my partners of the Classroom 401. So be prepared. Well, we are going to start out first with the protagonist. Yes, he is Don Gonzalo. Don Gonzalo was a man that liked a loud woman. Either they were pretty or ugly. He didn't care as long as they were female. And why, you will ask? Well, to start, he had never fallen in love with someone. Yes, he was a man with a cold heart, or also known as a heartbreaker. He was only interested to satisfy his evil wishes.
Don Gonzalo was in charge of making innocent girls fall in love, and he stole their hearts. In the end, he only broke them, and those poor girls were only devastated, asking forgiveness for the acts they committed, even some ending up in a convent. Of course, all these acts were never something to worry Don Gonzalo.
Don Gonzalo was a very wealthy man. He used this to conquer girls. Also, he never used money to help another person. He was proud of being evil, and also he was proud because of the suffering that he brought to girls.
Don Gonzalo faced a lot of duels against fathers and brothers and girls of the poor and dishonored girls. He always came victorious from the battles and sometimes narrowly escaped from death. Well, Don Gonzalo was gifted with the use of weapons, so he had an amazing ability to use it. So many people died under his sword. He had clear and beautiful and green eyes who made the woman tremble.
When the people saw the signs, they all agreed that they were humiliating and aggressive. But all thought when they were in private, they all said that they were so funny and they died of laugh when they saw them because they liked it and they were so funny.
There was a tremendous lawsuit in that place. When the bailiffs entered the place, Don Gonzalo allowed them to enter without any problem. The problem was inside because, while they were inspecting their entrance, they were attacked by an ambush made up of Don Gonzalo's servants and another team of bandits. Ready to fight. The marshal were thrown off the balcony and ended up with a broken arm and badly injured.
The poor marshals were a total mess after the fall. Not to mention the original begin, they walked into the house. Don Gonzalo knew that the law will probably come again, so he decided to avoid the problem. He went to the law and debriefed them, so they were to take further action against his. Once satisfied that no one was afraid of him, he went out and began looking for his next victim.
Okay. The street was dark and lonely. Suddenly, a mysterious woman appeared in front of the cemetery. Don Gonzalo thought that she was a nun because she was wearing a white cloak. He tried to see her face, but he couldn't because there was a very thick fog. When she She left quickly, leaving behind a flower scent.
Don Gonzalo began to follow the mysterious girl. Eventually, she began to look back. Don Gonzalo smiled at his victory, because he was cheating on her. When he was about to grab her arm, she moved and entered in a race, closing the door in his face. Don Gonzalo was following a woman who entered to a house very quiet. The woman passed to all the house and Don Gonzalo was following her. The woman ran up the stairs and Don Gonzalo was behind her. Don Gonzalo touched her white cloak slip between his fingers. Then the woman passed for another hallway and Don Gonzalo followed her.
When Don Gonzalo began to run, he noticed Daming. She entered the candling room. Don Gonzalo noticed a little black, plus a little standing. Obviously the floor in the playroom. One table was there by furlong. Next to the next coffin were a man and woman covered beautifully.
The woman walked up to the coffin and she kissed the corpse's hand. Don Gonzalo saw the candles light with some problem. When he focused, he discovered an old man at the door. He had a hand on the chest with a rosary.
When Don Gonzalo saw his face, he tried to scream. The old man was his grandfather who had died long ago. Don Gonzalo began to tremble nervously. He turned his head slowly to look at the man kneeling by the coffin and discovered that the man was his father. His father had died 10 years before. Exactly in front of him was Don Gonzalo's mother, who had also died. His mother and father turned to look at him. Their faces were full of sorrow, and tears came down his mother's face.
He could see her face now. It was a pale color. She raised her arm and pointed to the coffin and smiled.
Then Don Gonzalo looked at the coffin very slowly. When he looked obviously inside of the coffin, he was noticed, surprised, excited. He found his body, his clothes, his eye. In reality, he found himself in the coffin. Then he screamed and continued. He looked around and finally his eyes found the eyes of the nun.
Don Gonzalo turned to look at the mysterious woman, hoping for an answer. Before his eyes, she smiled. Then her skin began to disappear. She started to laugh, slowly, as the flesh also disappeared, leaving behind just the skull.
Finally, Don Gonzalo, oh my God, the dead come for me.
Don Gonzalo followed an unknown woman to a house where the strangest thing in his life happened.
He meets people from his past and his journey ends there. This is how the story ends.
This is the end of the story To Death Before Dying. This was the story of Don Gonzalo. He was a bad man and rich and attractive man, but who likes to broken hearts fall in love to the girls. And well, this is the end of the project to third partial to the class elements to interpretation and translation. And this is the member.